Well guys, I just got done testifying off and on for the last 3 hours here in Mariposa on this conditional use permit here in the county. And it's about 4:30, so I'm hopping in the truck and we're going to go all the way up to northern Idaho and go dredge in opposition to the EPA. So we got a long drive. Hopefully we can make Winnemucca by tonight, maybe Boise if we're not too tired, but let's hit the road.
I was born and raised in California, spent a little time in Hollywood. Folks down there ain't like you and me. They never seem to have enough time, too busy living to live life right. It's always on to the next big thing. And up in that city by the day, you couldn't pay me enough to stay. I never got what the big deal was anyway. That's not where I call home. I need a little room to roam. I guess that big city life just ain't the life for me.
Anyway, we're going to hit the road. We're in Winnemucca, Nevada right now, and we're heading up to Grangeville, Idaho today. Hopefully, I'm trying to be there by about maybe 3 o'clock. Get camp set up, see how Johnny's doing. Today is opening day of dredge season up there, and I know we got a lot of AMRA members and a lot of supporters. John Crossman and his team is up there. So anyway, let's hit the road, throw a little Visine in, and we'll get out of here. So I was just driving along. I'm just literally in the city limits of Riggins, and I want to show you something here. You're not going to believe this.
Hanging out, cruising through town on the way back home, just to see if there was anyone around. And we'd go fishing all night long, bullfrog singing from dusk till dawn. Sometimes we just lay back and watch the stars with the radio on.
900 miles, 23 hours since I left Mariposa. We're almost to our claim. Our Forgotten Patriot claim is right around the corner here, and the water's very low, but it's not blown out, so that's a good thing. So I think we'll be able to dredge. So you can see, guys, we made it up here, and we got Brandon and John putting my dredge together. See, that's how you make that stuff work. But anyway, this is the 6-inch dredge. As you can see, it's pretty good size. 2 guys can stand on this and not even upset it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this together tonight, and instead of putting it together on the river, because we got about 8 guys here, so we're going to put this thing, it weighs about 500 pounds all collectively, but we have enough people, then we're just going to hand carry it up over the guardrail, slide it down the water, or down the hill right into the water. I'm going to start at the bottom of Forgotten Patriot, which is our new claim. It's right below where we were dredging last year. Well guys, here we are down on the Clearwater, and you can see I got my buddy Brandon Reinhardt behind me. He's here to throw rocks and help me get down there to actually punch the first hole. But we're on kind of a straight stretch of the river on our Forgotten Patriot claim, and The river does a big bend right up above the camera here, and then it pushes all the water out to this outer edge, and it runs straight down along this side. I'll tell you what, if we had to try to dredge over there on the other side, the water's so swift, we'd have to wear probably 100 pounds of weight. And anyway, and I don't think that's where the gold is. So we're going to punch a hole right where the nozzle is behind me here. We'll open that up probably about 15 by 15, kick it down to bedrock, see what we got, and then we'll make a decision from there. So anyway, we'll get to work. Day 2 here, and you can hear Mike Dahl's dredge is running downstream. This is our big blue 6-inch here. Anyway, we dredged downstream yesterday, and because of all of the dredges, which is a good thing, our visibility wasn't that great, so we came back up where we dredged last year. Brandon and I have already punched a big hole here in the center, which is off to my right, and anyway, we're going to take you in there now that we've got bedrock exposed, and we're seeing pretty good gold. When we break apart the bedrock chunks and stuff down there, you can see gold laying underneath all of those little cracks. So remember to break apart your bedrock. But anyway, that's what we got this GoPro for. Let's go dredging. So guys, we got a bunch of people surrounding us here, but because they're wanting to see this clean out. We've been running for 3 days with the 6-inch. We ran down on the Forgotten Patriot down below, and then we moved back up here onto Squatch 2, down below where I was at last year, and that's where you see that underwater GoPro video. But these 3 buckets right here represent 3 days concentrates out of Big Blue. So we've got the cube set up, and we're going to run that, and we'll show you what we get. So we'll get right to that. And this is what it all comes down to, guys, is it comes down to panning. And you know, we've mined all across the western United States, and I got to admit, this is probably the heaviest black sand that we've ever encountered. We get some pretty heavy stuff down on the South Mother Lode of California, but this stuff is just nasty. So Brandon's probably going to be here for about 45 minutes. We'll spare you watching that.